This is the ionization action game. In Lesson 11, you've been discussing with your students how elements ionize by gaining or losing electrons, and if they choose to gain 1 or 2 electrons or lose 1 or 2 electrons. This is a fast-paced game which will allow your students opportunities to think quickly about how the various elements choose to ionize. To play this game, you'll need a clear area. Indoors or outdoors will work fine. You'll also need 4 chairs. On page 175 of your teacher edition, you can find labels that you'll use to affix to the chairs. You'll have labels that say gains 1 electron, gains 2 electrons, and loses 1 electron or loses 2 electrons. Station yourself at the front of the room and have your students line up in front of you, single file. Make sure each student has a copy of a periodic table. Begin play by calling out an element name from one of the members of the families of elements that you've been discussing about ionization. That would either be the halogens, the oxygen family, the sodium family, or the calcium family. Once you've called out an element name, the students should find that element on their periodic table and then dash to the chair which accurately describes how that element ionizes. For example, if you were to call out sodium, you know that sodium likes to lose its 1 valence electron, so that all the students would dash over here to this chair which says loses 1 electron. If you chose an element like fluorine, for example, fluorine is a halogen and it would like to gain 1 electron. So if you called out fluorine, all your students should run quickly over to the chair which says gains 1 electron. Now the student which is last to the chair becomes the last student in line and everyone else moves forward. So for example, if you called out an element and the students were to dash to this chair over here, they're all looking at their periodic tables and they all begin to run this direction. If this student here happens to be the last one over to the chair, he'll become the last in line and everybody else moves up. We recommend that you don't eliminate any students in this game, but yet continue play. So this is the ionization action game. Your students are practicing quickly thinking about how various elements within families on the periodic table ionize.